It's me, Mario!
Hello everybody, welcome back to part 21 of Let's Play Earthbound. So in this part we are going to head to Fourside, the biggest city in Eagleland. Well, I don't know if it's the biggest city in Eagleland, because if Eagleland is truly a parody of America, then it's going to be huge. So Fourside probably isn't the biggest city in Eagleland, but at least it's one of the biggest, and it's probably the capital or something like that. This is one Earthbound RPG. It's like one of those play-by-post RPGs, and it's based off of the Earthbound series, and part of it actually does take place in Eagleland. And in that RPG, I just went ahead and decided to make Fourside the capital of that city. But where the heck is this bus stop? So there's this bus stop that we're supposed to get to, and I should probably look on the map for it. I think it's by the hotel. I think I see little bus stop signs by the hotel. So basically the thing we're supposed to do now is take a bus over to Fourside. So let's just kick back, take it easy, and hop on the bus and get a ride over to Fourside and then explore around there. And we got hit by a bus! Speaking of buses. Oh my gosh, the bus won't even let us on if we foolishly ran out in front of one, right? Danger! Do not stand in the street. Read the schedule from the sidewalk. Okay. So let's check the bus schedule. It looks like the next bus will come pretty soon. Okay, there's the bus. So let's hop on this bus and take it to Fourside. This bus goes to Fourside. I can't let you in if you don't pay $6 for the fare. Okay, sure. $6 is not much, so let's go. So this is pretty neat music. So this music is called Get on the Bus, and I featured this in my top 20 Earthbound Other Series list. So listen to this for a while. I'll shut up. And yay, no ghosts. I see a sign back there that says drugs. What? Man, it's bumper to bumper. My job is to drive, so I can't get off the bus. It's up to you if you want to get off the bus and walk around in the desert. Hey, it's a free country. You mean that bus is just going to abandon us? What is this traffic jam all about anyway? We got stuck in a traffic jam apparently in the middle of the desert. And now I guess we have to walk the rest of the way to Fourside? Is that what's happening? I feel so sorry for the guys behind me, but I'm so bent on leaving my car here and walking instead. Yeah, I feel you, bro, I feel you. I was going to see my girlfriend in Fourside. At this pace, I'll be 100 years old by the time I get there. Well, let's see if I can walk past these cars, and I guess we can't because there are people and trucks and all these other vehicles blocking the way. Yes, that's right, people are vehicles. So apparently we are stranded in the desert. That is not cool. After we paid a full $6 for the bus fee and sang this really cool bus music, then we can just get stuck out of the desert. What kind of bastards are those people leaving us behind in the desert like this? But hey, there's a building. Maybe we can complain. Let's go to where they sell drugs, I guess. Yeah, let's totally buy some drugs. Let's buy some drugs. May I buy some drugs? What drugs do you have to sell? Okay, I guess nothing too exciting. We just have Mr. Baseball Bats and thick fry pans and deluxe fry pans and silver bracelets and coins of slumber. So Peach can use a coin of slumber because she doesn't even have any coins yet, and Mario I know can use a Mr. Baseball Bat and a silver bracelet. So in that case, I will need about $2,600. So I'm going to withdraw that much from the bank. I have a lot of money in the bank. That's really good. So $2,600. Well, I'll only withdraw $2,300 because we already have some money in the bank. So Mr. Baseball Bat for Mario. And inventory is full. I hate having the inventory be full. It's just so common to have inventories be full in this game. Now, while I was heading back to the Sanctuary boss, remember last time when my game froze after I defeated the Sanctuary boss? but I think it was one of the Strutting Evil Mushrooms or a Tough Mobile Sprout or something, but it dropped a sprig of parsley, and that's another condiment that can go on something, but I don't really use those that often, so I'm gonna drop it. Does Mario have anything he can get rid of? Not really. We just have too much stuff. Too much stuff. Actually, I learned that the Stag Beetle actually does do something. And I gotta give this secret herb to Luigi. The Stag Beetle could actually solidify an enemy for a few turns, so we could use that in a pinch. And I could have used that against the Trillion Sprout, but I guess I just didn't think of it at a time or didn't feel like it for whatever reason. So let's buy this baseball bat for Mario, as we planned already. And buy the Minor League bat. And then get the silver bracelet for Mario. I just want to make sure everybody has the best equipment here. Buy the copper bracelet, yeah. To buy a coin of slumber for Peach. To buy the red ribbon, yes, that works. And actually, I want to not buy. I want to sell the hard hat that I think Mario has. Yes, he has a hard hat that he can sell. So, we got some money for that! Hooray! And let's see what these people have to say. There's another shop. Okay, so here we have wet towels. Now, these wet towels, I'm actually going to buy a couple of these. I'm going to buy one for Luigi. Oh, maybe I'll just get one. So, wet towels actually cure this other status problem that we haven't seen yet, and I'm going to see what else this guy has. So, refreshing herbs, calorie sticks, skip sandwiches. I don't think we even need any of this. If we need this, we can just come back. Oh! Apparently they also run an inn, and it costs $200 to stay. Well, actually, I'm not even going to use this inn, because there's going to be another place that we'll get to heal that's later on. So I'm hoping that we can actually encounter that place. But you see right now how we're all sweating? That, if we sweat enough, then that'll basically cause a status problem called Sunstroke. And that apparently was a dead end. So that's not cool. So if we stare down in the sun too long and we have an enemy. So this is a mole playing rough. Apparently this is an enemy we haven't seen yet, but this is like one of the most annoying enemies in this entire desert. I think only one of them appears, but I don't know if this is going to be a powered version of the Rowdy Mouse, or okay, maybe it was just a really easy enemy that we get to cream. I guess that's what it is, was an easy enemy that we just get to cream. Inside the desert. Well, gee, I could totally go for some cream, and there's this monkey standing in front of a ladder. What's it saying?
Welcome! Our paradise is just beneath that hole. Talarama is great and kind, and he knows everything, Talarama does. He made us the underground rooms.
Okay, let's get out of this sun and explore this cave, I guess. This is really weird music. We have this cave that was so generously built by the monkeys.
Talarama is now fasting and practicing silent meditation. He is also abstaining from anything that would make him sick or smelly too. Please don't bother him.
So, I guess he's not really gonna do anything, and we can't even get past there because Talarama is blocking the way and we have mobile sprouts for some reason? Well, gee, those weren't tough mobile sprouts, those were easy mobile sprouts, and they give us another sprig of parsley, but I'm gonna drop it because I don't really use those. And they just take up extra space in the inventory. I really hate how in this game, key items take up space in the inventory and we have a magic butterfly, yay! In fact, can we life up anybody before using this magic butterfly? I want to do that. Yeah, now let's use the magic butterfly. So there's an enemy up there, but I'm going to try to fight as few enemies as possible. If we go north in this desert, then there will be presents that we can find, and UFOs! So here are a couple of new enemies, actually, and for some reason we snuck up on them from behind. So this is a cute little UFO, oh, it's so cute! But this thing right here is a crested buka. It looks like something that came straight out of a 3-year-old's drawing, doesn't it? But these things I think are going to be weak against ice, so I'm going to have Mario and Luigi bash this cute little UFO, and I'm going to have Peach use PK Freeze Beta on the crested buka. Sounds like a plan, right? Right? And of course, both Mario and Luigi's attacks missed. I thought Luigi was supposed to have good accuracy. I mean, apparently he's not. Okay, apparently that PK Freeze didn't defeat the crested buka, so I'm gonna have to try that again. And it lifed up itself, rather than, okay, I guess that thing only took one attack. And Peach didn't even need to use PK Freeze again, because Luigi's physical attack defeated it! Yay! And here's a fresh egg. Well, that's interesting, so it can hatch into a chicken if we want it to. and then we can use the for sale sign and make a customer go way out here into the middle of this desert heat and sell it. Sounds like a plan, right? But anyway, there are presents in the northern part of this desert, but it's really not a good idea to go for them yet, because the enemies in this desert are pretty darn tough. But there will be another healing place on the eastern side of this desert that will actually be free, and hey, present. What is it? It's a big bottle rocket. Then why is Mario taking it? Because only Luigi can use it. I better give this to Luigi. And his inventory is full. So I'm gonna have to have Luigi give the wet towel to Peach, I guess. And now everybody's inventory is going to be full after this, except Mario. I think we'll have one space left in his inventory. So I'm hoping that this fresh egg that we get will hatch soon, so that we can sell it and free up space in the inventory. So that's the other reason why I'm not. And hey, we didn't even encounter too many enemies on our way to this place here. But this hole's great. Good hole, good hole, good hole. First, someone asked me to dig for buried gold. I began to feel like I was obligated to find it. Man, am I starving. Do you have any food you can spare? I guess. I guess we could. Actually, let's give him a fresh egg. Just because if we let it sit around for too long, it'll just hatch. So let's give him a fresh egg. All right. So he's gonna give us gold if he gives this to us. But the cool thing about this building over here is that this is a hotel. And we can basically spend the night here for free, so that is amazing. We got a free healing place. We don't have to spend like 210 bucks at that other healing place that was over there. But just because I'm really paranoid about my game freezing again, I'm going to save the game again. Yay, we got $1,000 more in the bank. Hooray! Thank you, Dad. Thank you for constantly depositing money into my bank account in an amount that is curiously proportional to the amount of enemies that we defeat. But I'm going to worry about that later. And let's see what's in this hole right here. What is in this hole? It is a cave. Yeah, so this is a cave and nothing is going to happen in it yet. Later on, this cave will become very important. But apparently this cave is not important yet. But can we actually go to the end of this desert and end up in Fourside now? That's what I'm hoping will happen. But since we're fully healed, and we're not even getting that status problem, and hey, there's a buffalo? That kind of looks like a buffalo right here. At least it looks like one. It's a bad buffalo. It's not just a buffalo, it's a bad buffalo. And I totally made it sound like a sheep because I was saying bah, bah. But anyway, I think the best strategy for these things is just to use physical attacks on it, so I'm just going to do that. Unless the bad buffalo attacks or something. And then I might rethink my strategy, and oh my gosh, it did 73 HP of damage to Peach! I'm gonna have to life up her. Let's see, what else can I do? Now, another spell, actually, that Peach learned was Psi Shield Sigma, and that'll shield everybody against Psi attacks, but that buffalo doesn't even know any Psi, so that's not even going to be useful. And actually, I'm gonna have Luigi demonstrate the slime generator and see if it works. Let's see if that does anything. And something sticky stuck to the enemy, and the bad buffalo's body solidified, and now he's able to move again. Basically, we get a free attack by doing that. So let's just have everybody gang up on the bad buffalo with physical attacks now, if people will hit. Alright! Thank you, Mario, for doing a smash! You totally saved our lives there. Alright. Now we gain 1370 experience, not that it will matter that much. And we have water here for some reason. Yay, water in a desert. We can always use that. And hey, there's a magic butterfly. Do we have anybody who needs life upping? I don't know. Let's check our status. 244, 120, and 141. I don't know. I'll just touch this magic butterfly for the heck of it. I don't think we even needed it, but whatever. It's always nice to have a magic butterfly. And what... Actually, before I go into Fourside, let's see just what the cause of this huge traffic jam was. And I think there actually are a few other things that are inside this desert as well, inside some of these crevices and whatnot. So I go to see if there are any of these. Like, I think there are a couple of presents out on in these areas. Oh, this place right here. Oh, this is such a fun thing right here. You see those three guys in these Mexican hats that are holding up signs that look like the kind you see on slot machines? Now, these guys here are the Sanchez brothers, and they are basically a human slot machine. So if we insert a buck, and if we're really lucky, we can actually win something from these Sanchez brothers. Let's see if we... Okay, we got a 7, and we are not going to win anything. Ah, well. If we had gotten 3 of the same shape, we would have won something, but I don't think that's really going to matter now. let's instead see what else is out in this desert, and I am really surprised that we're not getting that status problem that can occur if we stay out in the sun too long. And hey, here's a present. Alright, I was right, there is a present here. Mario and his friends got $1,000. Wow, I think that was the first instance in which okay, I saw a red flash. Now, see that sun symbol by Peach? That means she has Sunstroke. But the good thing about Sunstroke is that, remember the wet towel that we bought earlier? We can actually use this wet towel to cure Sunstroke. Although, Healing Alpha can also cure Sunstroke, so this is probably the last wet towel I'm ever gonna buy, just to free up space in the inventory. So, Peach cured her Sunstroke, so that's really good. Let's see what this traffic jam is. I really want to see what this traffic jam is. If the traffic jam is still there. Maybe it disappeared magically when we were... Yeah, there's the bus stop, and the traffic jam just magically disappeared. I don't know why it did that, but... okay, I guess we came all this way for nothing. That's really great. But the cool thing about Sunstroke is that, notice that we're not sweating while we're walking along this road. So as long as we stick to the roads, then we can't actually get Sunstroke, so that's really nice. So instead, all we can do now is walk over to Fourside. And I'm going to use my magical fast forward just because this is a really long route. Oh my gosh, and I went through a tunnel without even realizing it. Let's see what's in this tunnel. Because I know occasionally magic butterflies can appear in these tunnels. I know that from experience. So we watched through this tunnel that was on the very eastern side of the desert, and this is the tunnel that leads to Fourside. And here is the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, the ugly concrete bridge. Yes, I'm gonna call this the ugly concrete bridge because it is an ugly concrete bridge. Derp, 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 derp. Let's see what's in this tunnel. One thing I know from experience is that there's usually a magic butterfly inside this tunnel, so that'd be interesting if there was a magic butterfly inside this tunnel, but there is no magic butterfly inside this tunnel. Come on, magic butterfly, where are you? Like I remember you appearing. So we are at close to 17 minutes. I guess we have a little bit of time to explore around Fourside. And look, we have all these green trees, but this is not Fourside. And there's an evil person! And this is not an annoying old party man, but an annoying reveler, which is apparently an upgraded version of an annoying old party man. So let's see if we can just beat this guy up with physical attacks, and that guy missed. Alright. Alright, Mario, you and your smashes. I love it when you do a smash. Alright. Apparently, Mr. Baseball Bat has a higher critical hit rate than any normal baseball bat, but this is Fourside! And the weird thing about Fourside is that all its buildings are in a diagonal layout rather than a linear layout like all the other towns are. So a really neatly decorated town, and this is the Topola Theater, and this theater will become really important later on, but I don't think it'll become important just yet. So it has a dinosaur museum, which also won't become important until later on, and it has these NPCs that will probably not become important, and this person is talking about somebody named Monotoli, who is this rich guy who won't become important just yet. What happens to those guys digging for the buried gold? If they found the gold, it would be worth a huge amount of money. They'd be able to pay off $1 billion debt really easily, like the ones the Runaway 5 kids seem to get into a lot. If I were them, I'd go to Japan and live it up. If that guy's mentioning Japan in the middle of this game, as if Japan is some really rich country. Reality check, I think America is still the richest country in the world as far as GDP goes. Although that's honestly just because of a few really insanely rich people. So the average person is actually poorer than somebody in a place like Japan. So that high GDP is really misleading for America. GDP standing for gross domestic product, and it's an economic term, so if you've never taken an economics class, it probably won't even make sense to you. But this is the Monotoli building. Let's just check it out for the lulz. I don't know why I'm checking it out. And oh my gosh, it's dark inside, and it sounds like something's really evil's going on. Last night, there was a solitaire tournament. That's the evil occurrence, was a freaking solitaire tournament? I lost my shirt. I'll invite you next time. You're still wearing a shirt, by the look of your sprite. In fact, you're wearing a fancy tie as well. And why would you gamble away your shirt anyway? But anyway, let's see what... This elevator's only for Master Porky's use. It goes directly to the 47th floor. Quit staring at my hips. Why don't you stand somewhere instead of behind me? I'm not behind you, I was facing you. And she mentioned something about Porky motherfucking Mitch. Does that mean that we're gonna have to talk to him? I sincerely hope not. Now let's just see what happens if we try to go up here. Are you afraid of Master Porky? It's okay to visit him here, but don't wander around the building. Someone might be suspicious of you and take a pot shot at you with a machine gun. A machine gun? A freaking machine gun? I mean, I know there's a Second Amendment in America that allows somebody the right to bear arms, but that should not be abused, and you have to have a special license to have a gun, and it's usually frowned upon anyway, and there's Porky motherfucking Minch. Let's see what Porky motherfucking Minch has to say. And how did he even get into this building in the first place? How did he become such an important person? Ooh la la! This is my poor old friend. Ah, what's your name? Pig's Butt. No, Mario! Didn't you come here to beg me for some money? No, I didn't. I just came to visit you. As a friend. I'm your friend, right? Don't you recognize me? I'm Master Porky! Porky! Get it? I'm now Geltagard Monotoli's partner, and I give him political and economic advice. I heard there were some ratty-looking kids asking for Mr. Monotoli. Was that you, Mario? No, I wanted to see you, not Mr. Monotoli. I don't care about some boring rich guy. This isn't the place for the likes of you. Get out of here. Now, loser. And he even has bodyguards? Okay, and apparently we cannot beat the crap out of them with Psy. I know in Mother 3 we can beat the crap out of bodyguards with Psy, that's what Kubatora does, but apparently we can't even do that in this game. That is really weird. I don't know why that is, but that is a private elevator and we can't go up there just yet. Well, gee, this is boring so far, and I actually think we're at 21 minutes, so it'll be time to stop the video soon. But in the next part of Let's Play Earthbound, we will explore around Fourside some more, and the elevator just flashed for a little bit. I don't know why the elevator flashed, unless it was the attendant flashing. That's the only thing I could think of. But anyway, we're gonna have to stop the video right now, so stay tuned for part 22 of Let's Play Earthbound.